Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Adinin and today we are playing NBA 2K25. Today's matchup is between the Indiana Pacers facing the Boston Celtics. Alright, let's do this.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Let's see the stat sheet here for Benedict Mathurin.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 slot. And for Boston, Holiday in the backcourt, to his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And these teams have had different stories so far in the NBA Cup. Greg, one is undefeated. The other is under 500 in these games.
Yeah, so that 3-0 team has major motivation, right? They want to keep the momentum going, but don't sleep on their opponent. They want to win to register some positive momentum and also focus on the regular season.
Come on.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Count it, good.
Oh, and they made him work for it, but Siakam knows how to finish strong inside.
White, left side. Tatum setting the pick for White. Pass to Tatum.
Oh, come on.
And here's Indiana. 4-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers, and they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly.
Wow.
Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Here's Holiday after Indiana gets the 3. Porzingis with a screen on Halliburton. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And he gets the whistle.
Come on.
2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
You know, all that size and
That should have been an
when
N1.
Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
And he can't hit the second.
Injuries aside, you know, Porzingis' growth here in the league, I think, has been really quite rapid. It's clear that he puts in the time and practice to continue to refine his scoring ability and overall skill set.
Basket good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Hits the three-point bomb.
You got to D up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
The Pacers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Here's Halliburton. The rebound by the Celtics. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Indiana leading by 4. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about Benedict Mathurin, their confident wing. Coach said guarding Mathurin is a challenge. He's got that it factor. So we've told our guys who are defending him, you have to try to match his intensity. He'll eat you alive. Checking Benedict Mathurin, never an easy assignment. Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can
Slow
sustain
start, but we're
this
catching
run.
up.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice
come
push
on.
to keep it close. You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. City checked in for Tatum. And the Pacers also making a change. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Halliburton. Celtics trail by 5. Outside, White. Porzingis with a screen on Mathurin. White finds Porzingis, and they pick up 2.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Mathurin against White. Pass to Nembhard. And Siakam has it in the corner. Turner with the screen for Siakam. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Indiana leading by 3. To the paint, here's Siakam. Porzingis with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And Mathurin comes to help. The wide open look here for Porzingis.
Yeah.
He nails it. And we're tied up. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Offensive rebound. Outside Mathurin. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Pretty easy to get excited about Benedict Mathurin's potential. He's got a high motor and a terrific set of athletic skills and the ability to knock it down.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And he knocks down the first one.
Mathurin has a little bit of Mitch Richmond in him. You know, a guy I love watching work. Strong, aggressive, quick, talented as a scorer. Man, he's got game.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Deflects
No.
the pass.
Nice.
Here's Pritchard. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Pacers up 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And so in the game for the Pacers, They've got Halliburton. Will be topping out there with James Wiseman. Then it's Walker. And it's Neesmith in at the 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. And it's Halliburton missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Mason with it. Neesmith covering Tatum.
Oh.
That time on the shot that would have put them on top. Shot from 16, and he gets the jumper to drop. Neesmith has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Pacers. Celtics trail by 3. And Clark, as we watch Aaron Neesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Neesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
Jamison kicks to Mason. Clock at 6. Boston again missing. Pacers leading by 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics.
And that game against Memphis, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Wiseman. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Neesmith. And so Walker nails both of them. Celtics trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
A three-pointer is right on target.
You expect Tatum to be around that 40% mark from deep. Very reliable from 3.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. The Pacers making a change here. Mathurin's checked in. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. The Pacers 4th.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Siakam. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 5. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Oh, come on.
Here's Siakam. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 4. Boston making a switch here. Mason's checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Walker's checked in. There's 1:54 left here in the second. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Mason. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Siakam. The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
At the line for two, Mason.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So, Clark, for teams that might be struggling, is it too early to start thinking about personnel moves?
In general, I would say yes, it's too early, Kevin. But if there are real chemistry issues with a team, then you've got to be willing to pull the trigger and make the move.
And Mason drops them both.
And that's
Nice.
another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Good.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says
Oh,
the
yeah.
emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing
That's what's
fast.
up.
That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. It can really go.
Oh,
Here's an opportunity for
I didn't
us to
guard him
focus
right.
on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the 3 spot. Jarris Walker, 4.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
Yeah, they really do make up the perfect blueprint of a strong defender at the 3 spot, combining the ability to defend on the floor and in the air.
Free throw good, Mathurin. Mathurin hits them both. Now here is Holiday. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Mason. Comes up empty down low.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent.
Come on.
And that's always important in a close game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Round with it, picked up by Turner. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Siakam. Off target at the rim.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here we go. Here we go. Nice.
The Indiana lead's cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Porzingis.
You know, at 7-3, not many guys can defend Porzingis. I mean, especially when he's operating this close to the rim.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Holiday. Inside. Here's Siakam. No good with the layup.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pacers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach Carlisle with me. Rick, a tremendous first half offensively. What pleased you about the team's effort?
Our pace is good. You know, we're making a good effort defensively, but they're starting to hit some shots, so we're going to have to keep it tightened up.
We'll see what happens as the game continues. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
And since we have a moment, let's see what other games are coming up tonight. For the Spurs, they'll be up against the Lakers out in Los Angeles. That one gets going 7:30 Eastern Time.
Either team could come away with the W and win this one.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Here's White. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the Boston Five.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's Halliburton, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis.
Damn, he just pushed me.
Halliburton, such a special player, and his rush hour handles round out his game.
Mathurin against Brown. Tatum with the screen on Mathurin. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. And tonight he sends it right off the glass.
That was a nice block.
Here's Halliburton. Stolen by
Nice.
Tatum. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Whoa! Tatum stretching his range.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And let's now take a look at the NBA Cup standings as the group stage winds down.
And it gives us a pretty good idea of who we're going to see in the knockout phase. It's been a terrific competition so far. And I think it's only going to get better when we get into that single elimination scenario.
Nembhard with it, wide on. Offensive rebound.
Nice, nice.
Boston's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Screen by Porzingis. The three from Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
For the Pacers, Andrew Nembhard, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first. Good angle. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And checking out Indiana, 2.5 games back.
And seeing where Indiana is, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment
at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now here is Holiday. Turner with the steal. Now here's Mathurin, the fast break chance. Pass to Siakam. Shoots over Brown. Trying to bank it in, but he misses.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday.
Oh.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Come on, come on.
Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Turner against Porzingis.
Oh,
Turner throws it down.
Oh, you can't let
I got
Turner
distracted.
get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
And here's Holiday. Down low, Tatum.
Oh.
Good D by Siakam. Looking to get it going, and he lays it up and in. Siakam's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times.
That's in
haven't
2
we? An
minutes.
easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Indiana leading. Nembhard the pass to Turner. Siakam the bounce pass. Nembhard finds Siakam. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Just 5 on the clock.
No.
Halliburton over Holiday.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
White with the
I
rebound.
thought they had it there for a second.
Outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Now Mathurin, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Back to Mathurin. Pass to Siakam. No good with the triple. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Porzingis sets the pick for White. A pass to Porzingis.
Nice.
Dunk by Porzingis.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
Nice, nice.
34
About
seconds
12.
left in the third quarter of the game. Nembhard with it. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Buries the jump shot. 6 points for him.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Outside, White. Tatum setting the pick for White. From past the arc. Can't hit that one. 3 quarters of play in a close game here.
Good.
Indiana out in front. They lead by 2.
Good game so far.
Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, we're doing a good job of keeping our bodies on their bodies down there. Let's take them all away. Let's take them all away. When we get it, let's run. Let's run. Let's get out.
Well, Greg, you can tell he's appreciating the hustle on the glass, loving, absolutely loving the effort.
Not wanting to waste any time after grabbing rebounds. Coach Carlisle wants his team to push the pace.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Walker out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's James Wiseman. Then there's Aaron Nesmith. And it's Toppin in at the power forward position. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. To the inside. Here's Jamison. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jamison's got his first 2 points.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Wiseman. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 3. Mason looking around. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Nesmith.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Austin making some changes. Kate is checked in, and it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Indiana. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus.
No.
Thanks, David.
No.
The 4th quarter gone now. Bucket is good.
It's not going well.
Now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Indiana.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
Now Mason, Tatum a screen, shoots. Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Mason.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Some changes for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Wiseman. Pascal Siakam comes in for Aaron Nesmith. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Walker. At the top of the key, Halliburton. Pass to Mathurin. Turner with a screen on Jamison. Mathurin for 3. Rebound Boston. Mason's got his 5th rebound in this one. Siakam against Tatum. Fires away from way outside. They grab their own miss. Nice shot by Jamison.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Understands his role, does his job, and he did it right there. The timing couldn't have been better.
Here's Mathurin. Turner with a screen on Jamison. And a wide open look for Mathurin. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Outside Tatum. Jamison with a screen for Tatum. The 3 from Tatum.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
1:29 left in the 4th quarter. Corner shot. And
no.
Turner the bucket on the assist by Halliburton. And the Pacers lead by 3. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Porzingis with a screen on Mathurin. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's exactly why they turn to Porzingis here, guys. They trust him to step up in big moments.
No.
Halliburton inside the 3-point line.
Oh.
And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Big time shot by Halliburton. And his team and coaches say, in Tyrese, we trust.
Brown outside. Porzingis with a screen on Mathurin. And here's Brown outside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Mathurin. And Tatum pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Halliburton with it.
Seconds.
Turner trying to free himself up, and it's Halliburton missing. White drives in. Here's Tatum. Missed.
Oh.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here.
Oh my gosh.
And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
I had it.
And so here is Indiana. Halliburton for three. The three won't fall. And stolen by Siakam. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Porzingis in at center. Here's White, following the score by Miles Turner.
You know, I think that's exactly the right attitude for White to have. Go at the defender head on and don't back away from the contact.
At the line, Derek White. At the line for 2 shots.
And that one falls
Nice.
to White.
It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
He's off on the second.
Oh, we needed that one.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. They lead by 1. Here's Nembhard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Oh, through the foul. Almost
okay.
hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And that one falls for White. And the second free throw, good.
Come on, one more.
And he makes all three.
Cool.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Halliburton against Holiday. Turner with a screen on Holiday. Here's Halliburton. Again, Indiana.
That's one of the things his coaches have encouraged him to do. Look for the mid-range jumper, Tyrese. Way to knock it down.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Siakam. Porzingis on the foul.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Yeah.
For Indiana, they've gotten all three of their shots to drop so far in overtime.
No, come on. Oh, wow.
Good decision.
He just walked in like nothing.
Really smart. The moment he saw the space open up, he pulled up.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Off target with his three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Baseline J on the way and misses it off the right side of the rim. Celtics trail by 3. Over in the corner, Brown.
Yeah.
Hey, and with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
Great
Yeah.
job to get the bucket and to
what
get
I
to
needed.
The line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Now, here is Halliburton from outside the arc.
Yes.
That doesn't go either for Halliburton. It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Mathurin.
So many big moments for Brown in his career. No sweat there.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Holiday against Halliburton. It's good. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
What a big-time play by Tyrese Halliburton. Simply putting his team on his back.
Tatum with the screen on Halliburton. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. Lets it go. That one doesn't drop. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Halliburton against Holiday. Here's Halliburton. Siakam for three. Can't get the three to fall. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Now, here is Halliburton.
Oh, come on.
By Turner.
Nice feed from Halliburton. He's really putting in the work to become an outstanding passer.
That was Celtics Entertainment.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 2. Porzingis with a screen on Halliburton. Outside Holiday. Traps in the tray.
Well, from three-point range, Holiday can really be effective now. He's worked on that part of his game over the years and forces the defense as a result to have to come out and guard him at times.
Here's Mathurin. Here's Halliburton. Here's Turner. Good on the 7-footer.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
Now here's Tatum. Fires for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Halliburton against Holiday. Shoots. Rebounded by the Celtics. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porzingis sets the pick for White. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Nights like this tonight, I mean, that's why you pay Porzingis max money at times. He simply just carries the offense.
Pacers trail by 4. And here's Halliburton. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Halliburton against White. Screen by Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh.
Halliburton with the steal.
Oh, man.
Siakam with it. Now guarded by Tatum.
It's like they knew.
Siakam passes to Halliburton.
The game knew.
Pass to Mathurin. It drops.
Oh.
And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And wow, Mathurin, the youngster, making his presence known.
Porzingis with a screen on Siakam. Tatum. Good.
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
Here's Halliburton. Rebound, Boston. Now Brown.
So drain the clock.
Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Just 5 to shoot.
Yeah.
Listen, their approach.
That's it. That's game. That's GG.
And you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Turner looking around. Places one from 3.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you've got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Drew Holiday at the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
There we go.
Makes it a 3-point lead.
Need one more.
So he gets them both,
That's
and it's a
tough.
4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
That's a 2 for Mathurin. Puts up a deep 3. Misses the shot. And
Nice.
so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup. 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They play that well.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Kristaps, you got it going early tonight. What got you into that rhythm early?
You know, just from the beginning, being focused, knocking down the first couple of shots, you starting to feel good, and you just keep going.
Well, you had the flow tonight, man, and it led to the win. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
This has been Editing. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.
PlayStation